Hey, it's the final Saturday of the college basketball regular season. And that means it's time for Quick Picks with Coach Rick. It's Saturday, March 9th, 2024. Tons of games today featuring ranked teams. We've got 3 of them here for you today. Let's get right to it. Number 14, Kansas at number 1, Houston. The Cougars are a 7.5-point home favorite, and the total is 137.5. Kansas has won at least a share of the Big 12 title in 17 of the past 20 seasons. Houston has already won a share of that title this year, and they can win it outright with a win today against the Jayhawks. Both these teams have their stars, Kevin McCullough and Hunter Dickinson for Kansas. McCullough's the leading scorer in the Big 12, averaging 19.1 a game. For Houston, it's L.J. Cryer and Jamal Sheed. Cryer is their leading scorer at 15.8 a game. We all know Houston has the best defense in the country. They're also 8th in the nation in offensive rebounding percentage, and they force a lot of turnovers. In the first meeting against Kansas, they forced 18, and they scored 20 points off of those turnovers. What most don't realize, though, is Kansas is also a top 10 team in adjusted defensive efficiency. In the first game between these two teams this year, it ended up 78-65 in favor of Houston. It was a total of 143 points, and that went way over that game total of 135. 7 of Houston's last 10 games have gone over, including a home game against Iowa State. And if you know anything about Iowa State, they are also one of the best defenses in the Big 12, one of the better defenses in the country. I like this game to be more like the last game between these two teams. Both teams either in or near the 70s, and that's going to push this total over 137.5. Game 2 is one of college basketball's all-time great rivalries. Number 7, North Carolina at number 9, Duke in Cameron Indoor Stadium. Since its loss to North Carolina earlier this season, Duke has been on a tear. They're 8-1 straight up, 8-1 against the spread in their last 9 games. Carolina, no slouch. They are 5-0 straight up in their last 5. In the first meeting between these two, Duke shot 26% from 3. That is uncharacteristic of the Blue Devils, who rank 13th in the country in three-point shooting percentage. 2 of their players, Jeremy Roach, Jared McCain, both those guys shoot 40% plus from 3. That's going to be a problem for North Carolina today. The Tar Heels' perimeter defense, not all that great. North Carolina ranks 323rd in the nation in open 3 rate. And don't expect Duke to shoot 26% today. This is the ultimate revenge spot for the Blue Devils. At home, senior day, biggest rival, plus they can get a share of the regular season ACC title with a win. Coach Rick likes Duke minus 4.5. Our final game today in the Big East, number 8, Marquette at Xavier. The Golden Eagles are a 2.5-point road favorite. Marquette has actually lost its last 2 games, but it's no surprise because the opponents were UConn and Creighton, 2 of the best teams in the country. The Eagles beat Xavier in the first meeting this season, 88-64, blowout victory, and that game started a serious tailspin for the Musketeers. On February 7th, Xavier was 7-5 in the Big East, and they were on the bubble as far as the NCAA tournament was concerned. Now they're in danger of not finishing above 500. In their last 7 games, Xavier 2-5 straight up, 1-6 against the spread. Marquette has won 11 of its last 14 games. They've covered 8 of their last 11. More importantly, they're 9-3 against the spread in their last 12 against Xavier. They won't have Tyler Kolek today, their leading scorer, but Cam Jones has picked up the slack. He's averaging 16 a game. He shoots over 40% from 3. I like Marquette on the road, minus 2.5 today. Those are your quick picks for today, Saturday, March 9th, 2024. Don't forget to pick up Coach Rick's best bet at whylose.com. Why lose when you can win?